Leo, it's your tarot scope for December. So let's get this party started with the new moons. I had you at party, I know. So on December 14th, there is a full moon in the sign of Gemini, and it falls in your 11th house of groups. Now, as we've talked about before, full moons, what do? We release on the full moons. We go, oh, you have to leave my life. Which means for you, and especially in Gemini, there could be some groups that are like overbearingly communicative groups that you need to like get rid of in your life. Too much, whatever group is causing too much chatter, it's a really good time for you to say, you know, it's time for me to bow out. And it might be hard for you because you're a Leo, you know, people like to have you around. But it's okay. I give you permission to bow out of the groups that are just kind of like chatter for you, that aren't really advancing you, making you feel good. Things that, again, there's this double, you know, things that make you doubt yourself. Leave the groups that make you doubt yourself, right? So then on December 29th, we have a new moon, and that is in Capricorn, which, you know, Capricorn is an interesting sign. Capricorn is all about hard work, consistent work in order to be successful, right? And that falls in your 6th house of work. Could be domestic pets. I don't know why I feel like telling you guys that one, but there is this the 6th house is all about our servitude, which I know Leo's like, oh, but it, you know, everyone, this is how we earn our daily money. Like, it's our day jobs, so to speak. So with a new moon in the 6th house of our day jobs, so to speak, we could find ourselves planting seeds on what kind of day job we actually want. But don't sign anything, no contracts. It's a good time to just plant the seeds for it because it's falling on a Mercury retrograde, December 19th through January 8th, right? So we don't want to sign anything. But what we do want to do, we could revisit some opportunities maybe we have had in the past to make money via where we put our bodies every day. It's a great time to contact people who you've worked with in the past and would like to work with again. It's a great time to do that because Capricorn really is about, you know, hard work and attainment through consistent work, and then becoming an authority. Capricorn is very much the authority. And this Mercury retrograde is a lot about challenging or reassessing authority, which the irony of that, if you're living in the United States, isn't lost on me. And again, it's in your 6th house of work. Like, it falls right in line with that new moon. They're happening there at the same time. They will be conjunct, which means together. So that means there are new opportunities in something you've already done before when it comes to work, when it comes to daily work, what you do, where you put your body every day. You might be reunited with a, this sounds so weird, but like a pet. You might find a soulmate pet. I hope you do. If you find a soulmate pet, will you please let me know, because that's very exciting. Okay, on with the cards. Leo, what do we got for the Leos? I'm using the Rider-Waite deck today, classic Rider-Waite. It's just good to go back to basics sometimes. If you're thinking about learning tarot, this would be the deck really to start with and learn, because all the books out there talk about the symbolism in this deck. What do we got? This guy wants to come out. Oh, one. All right, Leo, what's going on with you, honey? What's going on, Leo? Why are you so pessimistic? There's a little pessimism kicking. Oh, I see what's happening here. I know it's holiday season and it's like, things just aren't what they used to be, I guess. And with that guy too, King of Cups, and this guy. What do we have here? Oh, another party. So we're feeling a little pessimistic, and I'm like kind of just not paying attention to the things that are surrounding us, more paying attention to maybe the things that we don't have. And I think it's because of the nostalgia factor. There's this longing for the past that, well, isn't here and it's not coming back. Sorry, but it's true. I know. listen, I wish I could tell you more about, like, something more positive about this, but the truth of the matter is, the sooner that you can understand that, like, these times aren't coming back, and I think that's this, right? You're like, oh, I wish I missed the old times, the old days, my old relationships, my old friends, my old holidays. But the more that you understand that they're not coming back, you're going to start to see the things that are actually in front of you, all the wonderful things. So it's a really good month to nix pessimism. At least try to stay realistic. You don't have to be optimistic if you don't want to, but it's a really good idea to stay realistic and not so pessimistic. Because you're in charge of your emotions. It's like a reminder, like, you rule the roost when it comes to your own feelings. And you can become an authority in your own emotional health, your own emotional receptivity, and how all that feels. So it's important for you not to get lost in the past this month, because it's easy to do, and you shouldn't, because once you can do that, you can party, like, you can get down and feel better. And that's really what you need to remember this month, is like, in order to feel better, keep it real and not be like sad and stuck in some weird random place in your brain and your emotional body. You have to let go of what was so that you can make room for what actually is, right? And I know it's hard, because it's almost like I feel like you kind of just want to, like, hole up and emote, which is fine, but I have a feeling you're not going to get to do that. So it's more important for you. This is something that can help you control your emotion and your emotional health, right? And I also would recommend having a party, because, I mean, why not? That's a really, really good way for you to be like, you know, I need to feel better. And especially as Leos, like, you have to be, like, having fun, being occupied. You have to be active, or at least entertained. There's an entertainment factor, Leo. If you're not the one entertaining, you at least have to be entertained in some way. I don't know many Leos who let themselves get bored. But it could get boring if you're focusing on the past and not really being like, okay, this is actually what's happening. This is my present moment. And actually, there's all these gifts laying around in front of me. There's all kinds of opportunities in front of me, right? Again, there's always such an interesting balance, sort of, what's it called, like a seesaw, when it comes to, like, the moons and the cards. Because here we're talking about, like, go to the past, and Mercury retrograde, go and, like, reignite with someone, you know, rethink some of the offers you've had that maybe you turned down. And while you're not supposed to dwell on the past, maybe that's the ticket, like, something that you find in your past, you might be able to drag it into your present. But also just know that things will never be like they were. They only can be as they are. Okay? So if we do find something, some sort of job, some sort of work, some servitude that existed in our past and is getting like a reboot, just know it's a reboot. It's like The Office or something. You know, you watch the UK Office and it's like, oh my God, Ricky Gervais is amazing. All those characters are so real and good and grounded. And then you watch the US version and you're like, this is definitely the United States version of this. It's the same thing, but it's different. It's like apples and oranges. Great. And now we're going to do a little bit of, what is this? And now your card, your oracle card, your oracle card, your oracle card, your oracle card. Oh, it's coming. Divine timing. Hey now, you're an all-star. Divine timing. Hey, hey. I'm pretty sure this is this is about trust, because there are these moments you're having this month that's like, I'm longing for the past. I wish I had the past, and then hopefully you will come to terms with the fact, like, we can't actually have the past. But I think, like, things are going to happen just at the right time for you this month. Like, there's going to be moments of a little bit of, like, despair, like, this is just not what I not what I want, not how things are turning out. And then, boom, all of a sudden things will shift and you'll be like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed in this moment. Just know that everything happens at the right time. And this month might test you on that. it's important whenever things start to go like a little bit awry. Listen, when I started filming today, one of my lights went out and I chipped a nail. I repainted it, but I chipped a nail, and it was like, what the? But then I had to say to myself, you know, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. It's not exactly how I pictured it. I thought I would for sure have this good light right down here, but it didn't happen. My nail chipped, and then I said, you know, I burned some sage, and I said to myself, this is what it is. This is the reality of the situation. And that's what it's all about. And then I got this all set up and I feel better and I'm talking, and that's that. And that's kind of what it's a go with the flow. Like, you have to just trust that there is a greater plan and that the divine timing is working in your favor. Right? It's all about mindset. Thanks for watching, Leo. I hope you had a nice time. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, because then you will get a notification when I post my videos and you don't have to just wait for it and like refresh and all that stuff. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at mysticassistant. You'll learn more about the stars, you'll learn more about yourself, learn more about the tarot, learn more about life. Life.